This is Rothenburg, Tauber, Germany. A 14th century medieval walled city. Still it is, just like it was way back centuries ago. Welcome to Rothenburg, Tauber, Germany. This was first granted the status of Free Imperial City in 1274, and then in the 1500s it got caught in the 30 Years' War, and after that it didn't have money to rebuild for 250 years, so it's basically frozen in time. So it's a really cool area of Bavaria here. It's just a medieval walled city that pretty much looks like it was in the 14th century, so really famous and pretty cool to check out.
So I'm now in Rothenburg, Tauber, Germany, and very few people have actually heard of this city. If you're a traveler, odds are decent that you might have, but otherwise it's pretty obscure. And it's basically the stop on the romantic road that people check out. The population's only 12,000, but it's quite a city, and people come here because it's basically frozen in time from the 14th century. The country, after a couple of wars, didn't have the money to rebuild, and by that time tourists started coming, and so they came because of the looks. They just kept it like that. And tourism is what basically keeps this entire city alive. It's got some really cool Christmas shops, everything, but I think the look is just so different for people that that's the main reason that they come. For me, though, the Christmas shops were huge. I'm a huge Christmas fan, and so I wandered through those shops just endlessly, and some of them are some of the actual top German Christmas shops in the entire country, which is kind of fun. And so I did that. I also wandered around, saw some of the gardens of the castle, went up a high tower, overlooked the entire city, because it's pretty small. I mean, it was built way back in the day when there weren't that many people. And overall, it was pretty cool to look at, the sights, actually. I took a night watchman tour, and he showed me around some of the other things. One of the things he showed me was a house that's foundations was actually from 980. That's 980 AD, like over 1,000 years ago. The main part of the house wasn't until 1580, but still, there's a lot of history in that town that dates way, way back. And seeing it on the 4th of July, the U.S. history looks very small in comparison to the timeline of this city here. So, that's what I saw.
Alright, so I'm in Rothenburg, Tauber, Germany, and I'm going to have a Schneeball. And a Schneeball is a local delicacy. It's made of sugar, flour, eggs, and I've been told that they're pretty bad, and to just avoid them by several guidebooks, but curiosity got the best of me. Schneeball means snowball, and they're just deep fat fried, and so I got one that's nougat filled, so I'm going to try it and see if they're as bad as they say they are, or if it's worth it. So, here it goes. Not too bad. A bit crunchy, a little dry, but I think the nougat filling helps.
Once again, I'm trying to experience the entire culture of a city, and that includes the food. And so I came here and I checked in, and immediately I had dinner because I was starving after a decently long day traveling. And so I ordered a cream soup with bacon, which is supposed to be a local specialty, and also pork with potato dumplings and some cabbage. And so I'm not a huge fan of the cabbage, but it was actually pretty good. Dumplings were so-so, but I mean, I had to have what you have in Bavaria, and I mean, it filled me up, and so I can't complain. It was a decent meal. Later on, though, I tried the Schneeball, and that is a local specialty that even the locals I hear aren't huge fans of. So I guess they survive on tourists like me buying it. They had a lot of different varieties. It's kind of like, the best way to describe it is a donut that's just packed up, but really hard and crunchy. That's the best way to describe it. Shaped in a ball, kind of like a funnel cake. And it was so-so. I finished the whole thing. I'm not sure if I'd have another one, but I tried it. I got my little special local flair in terms of culinary right there. And after that, I just kind of nibbled all day. I had another slice of cake, and I also bought a nice chunk of bread and a dip that they were selling. It was vegan and vegetarian and really healthy and all organic and everything, but it tasted good, and that's what appealed to me. So, once again, I'm good to go for German food. Having my fair share. So I can't really complain too much about the city. It was nice to see, but it wasn't as high up as I really wanted it to be. It was kind of a disappointment, and that was mainly because there are so many tourists here. I hardly saw any locals. They were basically running shops if they were in the town, and it was just flooded with tour buses and other people, and I can't complain because I'm a tourist myself. But at the same time, I wanted to see it kind of like a real working city instead of just people coming to see the sights, and they're the only people that I see as other tourists, so a bit of a disappointment. However, I did meet some people along the way that is worth mentioning. I was in a Christmas village, and I saw the t-shirts of two girls next to me, and because it just caught my eye, and I thought I recognized it, and it was the university right next to my hometown, about 5-10 minutes away, and I asked them, like, where are you from? And they're like, Wisconsin. And I was like, oh, me too, and I mean, we live about 10 minutes apart, so really crazy coincidence that we happened to meet up in Rothenburg, Tauber, Germany at a Christmas shop. So that was kind of fun. It doesn't have any hostels in the city, so I actually booked a hotel. I booked it when I was in Paris, and I was kind of in a down little stretch, and I just needed my own space, privacy, so I have my own outlet, I have my own TV, I have my own bathroom, and I turned on the TV, and I found my favorite TV show from a few years ago. It only lasted a few episodes before it was canceled, and so I got really excited. And then I saw that it was in German, and I couldn't figure out how to get to English. So, bit of a disappointment there, but still, it was nice to have my own TV and just my own space, my own bed. Oh, so nice for the first time in about 15 days. And then, the only other thing I should mention is that I kind of spent a lot of money here. I mean, you put me in a Christmas village, and, I mean, I should have known better. I mean, I'm a sucker for Christmas. And so I bought so many souvenirs here. It was painful. Like, I said that I bled cash in other cities I visited. Well, I was like Monty Python bleeding money here, like just gushing like a fire hose. But I guess that's the price you pay. I had to get a souvenir for almost everyone in my family, and a couple for myself, and I just really loved what they had, so I got it. I'll hopefully cut back on souvenirs next little bit, but oh well. Next stop, Interlaken, Switzerland. I head out tomorrow. It'll be about a 9-hour travel day, and I'm pretty excited. As long as my legs can keep moving, they're really starting to wear down. I'm going to go for a couple hikes in the mountain and try to get some fresh air. So I will let you know how it goes.